Welcome back to a new video where we will reflect on Mark O'Sullivan's concept of football interactions. The question being posed is how can we create more complete learning environments for our players, that being environments that reflect the individual environmental system. In an earlier video, we explained what an affordance is, that being opportunities for action that are available to an individual within their own environment. Importantly, there is a mutuality between the individual and their environment, and one cannot perceive something if they're not able to act on it. For example, only the player that is capable and confident enough will be able to perceive and complete a volleyed finish. This is where the idea of football interaction slots in. Ultimately, what we're looking at is the actions used to utilize affordances. A pass over the top afforded by spacing behind, a skill move afforded by an isolated player, or a chip shot afforded by a goalkeeper being off the line. How players coordinate their behaviour in the game with the behaviour of others is an interacting, situational, complex and emerging dynamic, one that is individual to a certain player. For example, let us compare Messi and Xavi in relation to the affordance of a gap between two players. Messi is more likely to dribble and Xavi to pass to an oncoming forward. How players perceive and utilise football interactions on a similar affordance, a gap between two players, often affords them different things. These individual differences in perception and thus utilisation of football interactions is influenced by their capabilities to act on the possibilities invited by the dynamic affordance in the environment. In youth football, how players coordinate their behaviour in the game with the behaviour of others with respect to their surroundings create opportunities for football interactions. These opportunities are affordances. They arise, decay, disappear, giving rise to multiple variations in opportunities for football interactions, inviting different football interactions depending on the individual's capabilities. As you can see in this video here, affordances are created by width and depth, and they're constantly emerging and decaying in a dynamic environment. The affordance of a gap between two players or space to pass the ball into allows for that opportunity, and affordances are acted on, exploited, and created by football interactions. Perceiving an affordance is how one can act using football interactions. This dependence on affordances, on abilities and expressed in football interactions can help inform the coach about the young players, their learning process, the level of skills they possess, allowing for the design of environments that develop the player's ability to act in accordance to the game and share with teammates a way of acting, ultimately increasing skill. Ultimately, understanding that football interactions cannot exist without affordances is an important concept for coaches and the way to make more complete learning environments. As our players become more attuned to affordances available to them in the environment, their ability to use football interactions, what is generally referred to as skill, increases. Because with increased perception comes increased action capability. A big thank you to Mark O'Sullivan for wanting to collaborate on this video. It's an honour to work with you and to be able to continue to grow the education of football coaches around the world. Any feedback or questions, please do not hesitate to get in contact. And as always, thank you for watching.